Have you ever thought about what the cities in Pokemon look like in real life? If you were a trainer out on your own adventure, what kind of things would you see? What would you eat? Over half a year ago, I took on one of the dumbest challenges of my life. I wanted to be a real-world Pokemon master, which meant traveling to all of the real-world equivalents of Pokemon cities and enjoying specialty dishes. And I did it. I conquered the real-world Kanto region. I am truly the one and only real-world Pokemon master. At me, Wolfie. But it wasn't enough. Nah. If I want to be a true real-world Pokemon master, I must hit every region. So my logical conclusion brings me to this video. This monster of a project. It's time to take on Johto. To give a quick recap of my challenge's rules, there are 8 badges in Johto. I have to go to the real-world equivalent of the towns and cities where you get the badges in the game. For example, Goldenrod is likely based on Osaka, so I gotta go to Osaka. I must eat a specialty dish from each town or city, which essentially earns me the badge. And the most important rule of the challenge, I can't do it alone. A Pokemon trainer, especially the hero, needs traveling companions. I'm bringing along my best friends who have been featured in other videos on this channel, including my Kanto Gym Badge adventure. Now I don't want to waste any more of your time with explanations, so let's get into my Johto journeys. Unlike my Kanto video, which I recommend you watch after this one, we decided to complete our Johto challenge over 4 days instead of 3. This would give us plenty of time to complete the challenge and do some sightseeing. So, I had to pack for quite the trip. So we got like 10 pairs of underwear, because you never know when travel butt will strike. And I also got Pokémon Center socks, because I want to be comfy. Let's go. Another way this video will be different when compared to the other one, we actually planned everything out. Mostly. Instead of spending 3 hours getting drunk and planning a trip, we had multiple meetings without alcohol and planned the trip. It was dreadful. With that, Casey and I were off to Kansai.
It's just gonna be me and you for the next 8 hours.
It would be a good chance to
talk until my voice gets shot.
Oh, also, of all the times I thought you were gonna say kiss a bro.
The drive from Fukuoka to Kanto was 13 hours. The drive to Kansai was only 8, which is considerably easier, but one thing different about this trip is Casey, my Brock, can't legally drive in Japan. And for the time being, it was only the 2 of us. Our Misty, Alex, well, she was busy. And Maka, the Pikachu of the group, she unfortunately wouldn't be joining us. She moved to Malaysia to do volunteer work or something. We're not quite sure, we actually don't know. So, the first 8 hours, it was only Casey and I. And before we knew it, we arrived near Osaka. Alright, so we are in Kansai, so close to Osaka, but because we left the house super early, way too early, drop my phone. Alex doesn't get to the airport for another 2-3 hours.
Yep.
So we got time to kill. By that I mean we're gonna sleep. 2 bros in a car, sleeping it away. We'll start recording again when we go to the library. Is the wrong word. Airport. You looked though like I did not say the wrong thing. You looked like, yeah, we're going to the library.
That sounds good.
So
we're tired.
We're very tired. So we didn't get any sleep. Almost immediately after I turned off the camera, a nearby car alarm started going off, and for the first time in my life, I heard Casey get genuinely angry. It was hilarious. We picked up Alex at the airport, and our threesome was complete, which meant it was time to really start our Pokemon adventure. And you can't have a Pokemon adventure without going to the Pokémon Center. In Osaka, there are 2 Pokemon Centers. We chose to go to the Pokémon Center DX because it has a cafe, which you need a reservation for, which we didn't have. Oops. I was expecting this Pokemon Center to be huge, and I think it was a pretty good size. It has everything all of the other Pokemon Centers have, and even an interactive Pokedex wall. We spent a lot of time touching this wall. Unfortunately, there weren't any exclusive Osaka DX merchandise at this time. From the sounds of it, they had something, but it was sold out. So I decided to look for items with a Johto theme. There are special plushies of all the starters, so I picked up Chikorita, who is always my main choice when it comes to Johto. I wanted to show my love for Chikorita on this Johto themed trip. I found this cup with Umbreon on it, who is sort of the 1B to Wooper's 1A on my favorite Pokemon ranking, but what made me decide to buy it was its Japanese name, Blackie. I just think this is really funny. And one thing I find even funnier about it is that sometimes on official Pokemon merch, it's spelled like this, and other times it's spelled like this. You'd expect some kind of consistency from the biggest franchise in the world, but it's understandable. I just love everything about Umbreon, from its design to its questionable Japanese name. I also got this tiny spoon and fork set with Wooper on them. They're probably intended for babies, but it's okay. I'm a 6'2" heavyweight pro wrestler with tiny girl hands, and size doesn't matter, little Whoop Spoon. I'll find a use for you. And the last notable thing I picked up was this special coin that all of the Pokemon Centers have. You put in 200 yen, and you can get a specialized bronze coin with the Pokemon Center's logo and mascot on it. This was the only special item I could have gotten from this location at the time. Also, Alex bought a Mantine plush, and Casey got some socks. I can't blame him. Pokemon Center socks are goated. I really enjoyed this Pokemon Center and answering all of Casey and Alex's questions about the lore, but I really wish we would have made a reservation for the cafe. I think the cafe is what's supposed to make it DX, because other than that, it wasn't necessarily special. You have to reserve it well in advance. The cracks in our well-planned trip were beginning to show. But this slight setback wasn't going to stop us from getting our first gym badge. There were 3 main options in Osaka waiting for us: okonomiyaki, takoyaki, or kushikatsu. The okonomiyaki in Hiroshima is in my top 3 favorite Japanese dishes. The okonomiyaki in Osaka is in my top 5 least favorite dishes, so I'd rather avoid it. I also don't like takoyaki, never have. Its texture is really uncomfortable, gooey but chewy. Kushikatsu is amazing, but it's mostly a nighttime food, so finding it in the morning would likely be improbable. Ultimately, we went with takoyaki because it's everywhere, we could share it, and it's a light meal. Takoyaki, for the uninitiated, is octopus balls. Not testicles. Not testicles. Not testicles. It's chopped up octopus bathed in batter and cooked. We found a store that had the option to add cheese to it, which we thought would make it tolerable.
Alright, Casey.
Alright.
So, our first gym badge. What are we looking at here?
So here we have an Osaka specialty, takoyaki.
Takoyaki.
And it might just look like a piece of bread, but inside there's a surprise that nobody wants. Inside is octopus.
Octopus.
Let's give it a try.
Octopus ball, basically.
Oh,
Everything you eat, your initial reaction is always, huh. What is your initial taste impression?
my mouth is burning.
Yeah, but how does it taste?
I think I'm weight.
Me too. We should have Casey
What do you
eat
think,
everything. Yeah.
You okay?
He's molten.
Open your mouth, let the steam out. I'll rock 2 cameras.
2 cameras.
Flavor's good.
Flavor's good.
Yeah. Sauce is nice.
I've never liked it. I ate one time. I ate takoyaki one time to like impress a girl. Oh my god, it does feel hot. For the vine. Oh my god.
We always make fun of Casey because he often can't handle the literal heat of a lot of the food we eat, but this was molten hot. I couldn't even taste it because I'm pretty sure my tongue was seared. But hey, it was the best takoyaki I've ever had.
I love the man.
The mayonnaise and cheese is good, right? That's good. It's hot, right?
The texture's not bad. Okay, calm down. I'm good.
Alex.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm rocking 2 cameras. I can't eat right now.
That's quite an
Oh,
experience.
it's good. I can rock the camera.
I know. Your turn, Alex.
Yay! I don't want to eat it if it's this hot.
Just suffer for like a solid 10 seconds, that's all.
You
like-
suffered the whole time.
Yeah, I'm still suffering.
I'm scared. My feet already hurt. I don't want my mouth hurting also.
No, it won't burn you. It's just gonna hurt really bad forever. All right, now Alex, how was your trip to Tokyo?
Oh,
How does it taste?
oh, it's yummy.
It's not bad at all. Like, it's like one of the best ones we've ever had.
Yeah, it is really good.
But you know what, Alex? You did it. You ate food without giving us a head nod.
That hurted.
That was the appropriately painful plain badge earned. It was time to get a move on and head to Hyogo and our second badge. We were a little bit behind schedule, so I wanted to get a move on, but Alex had something else in mind.
The boys don't know it, but right now I'm going to get an ice cream. I escaped. They're in the combini getting a pee break, and I'm gonna go buy an ice cream. I just saw Free go into the parking garage. He doesn't know where I am. I got it. Subject number 1. Sup, posers?
Get ice cream.
Hell yeah, dog. Keeping up the tradition.
Cheers.
Are you giving him
Oh,
the
it's
ice
for
cream?
me?
So it's like, is it like lemon?
Strawberry.
I'm allergic to strawberries, you psychopath. Hyogo is likely the inspiration for Olivine City in the games, and unfortunately the way our day was scheduled, we didn't get a lot of footage of Hyogo. I couldn't really discern anything about it that reminded me of Olivine City. I was expecting to eat our meal in a port town of sorts, and instead it just felt like an extension of Osaka. But this just means that I have to come back someday and look for some connections. I recently went on a lighthouse hunt, that's right, I like lighthouses now, and I think finding lighthouses in Hyogo could make for an interesting video. Hyogo has one of the most famous foods in all of Japan. I've talked about this before, but I don't like steak. I like my meat between 2 buns or fried, so I can't see and associate it with the animal it once was. But when you're in Hyogo, you're likely in Kobe. And when you're in Kobe, you need to try Kobe beef. I've been underwhelmed by famous Japanese beef before, so my expectations were tempered. I can't use a lot of the audio from the footage we took in the restaurant because they were playing One Direction, but I think the expressions on our faces might tell you about how we felt. This was the best steak I've ever had. I'm slowly transforming into a steak man, and I hate it.
Can't really use any of the audio from the place we were just in.
We can recreate it.
No, give me your quick impressions on the food.
Delicious.
You were moved. You almost cried, right?
Yeah, I
You
mean,
can see it on video.
every time, every time every time you go to a restaurant, and it's like, oh, we have Kobe beef, and you eat it, you're like, it's just meat. But like, that really was different. Like Kobe beef in Kobe, like
Slapped.
crazy.
It did.
Slapped.
It did. Absolutely amazing.
All right.
Kobe beef lived up to its name.
It really did. I was surprised.
So my initial impression was, the takoyaki we're ranking it at the top because that was the only thing we had, and then as soon as we had this, it was like the parameters have changed. So we got some manholes.
You love seeing manhole.
I love manholes. With our mineral badge collected, it was time to go on a little side quest. Were we tired? Yes. Did we have energy for a side quest? Not really, but that didn't stop us from doing it nonetheless. Our next destination was Tokushima, the real-world inspiration for Sea and Wood City. Tokushima is technically not a part of Kansai. It's on the lower island region called Shikoku. You gotta surf in the games to get to Sea and Wood, and depending on your pathing, you might end up going through the Whirl Islands. Keep that in mind. We did not need to surf. You can drive to Tokushima from Kobe, and this drive features one of the most beautiful bridges I've ever seen. Connecting mainland Hyogo to Awaji Island is Akashi Kaikyo Bridge, the second longest suspension bridge in the world. I was not ready for how breathtaking this was, and luckily for me, our side quest took us to an area where we could see the bridge in all of its glory.
So we lost Alex. Genuinely don't know where she disappeared off to.
I'm gonna guess ice cream again.
Probably either ice cream or the bathroom. We have this beautiful view.
Wow.
Beautiful view of the bridge. I'm sorry, but bridge boy, not bridge boy. That's a beautiful bridge right there. I'm almost positive we got a manhole right here. It might be... It's Lugia.
Ooh.
It's one of my favorite legendary Pokemon. It's kind of a busy one.
For those who don't know, I've been using Japan's Pokemon Manholes, or Pokélids, as an excuse to travel and make content. To Pokemonify this video a little bit more, I decided that we could get a look at a few of the manholes in Kansai. Even though I planned the trip, I didn't necessarily look into every single detail of everywhere we went. In fact, I didn't even look at what Pokemon were featured on the manholes because I wanted to be surprised. I just looked up their locations to see if they were findable during the trip. But as I stood above this Lugia manhole, it occurred to me, we were on the Whirl Islands, baby. This was not the first time we sort of stumbled across something like this, as we stopped near the real world Lake of Rage in the Kanto video. And it wouldn't be the only time we stumbled on this trip. Once I realized where we were, I got really excited. We had 2 more manholes on this island, and I was giddy to explore.
I think Pokemon cruelty is horrible. Good luck out there. And be free!
This little stop was amazing. The bridge was amazing. Finding one of my favorite legendary Pokemon and doing a headstand next to it was amazing. And look at that! It's a Shirasu ice cream float.
Float that back into the ocean where it belongs.
The next manhole was about a 20-minute drive away, and I love the general vibe of Awaji Island. Discovering this place makes me excited to visit a few of the more nondescript areas in the games. There's not a lot to the Whirl Islands except for, you know,
the whirls.
The way this strict father character describes it is terrifying, but Awaji seems like a great place to get away to.
Awaji Earth Museum. Does it say M? AM? Oh, I guess that A-E-M. AM.
I know what this museum is. You walk in and it's just a sign that says look down.
Ooh, dude, this place is gorgeous. Thank you, Gold and Silver.
You read this to me.
Apparently there was some kind of disaster here.
Oh, that looks so nice.
I'm kind of assuming that Bayleaf is on this manhole because it's a Johto starter. Aromatisse, one of my least favorite Pokemon, is likely here because Awaji is kind of known as a place of perfume and fragrance. In fact, it's sort of considered the birthplace of incense in Japan, which I think is interesting for a few reasons. It was next to the memorial for the roughly 5,000 victims of the Great Hanshin earthquake. And why? I don't get its placement. In hindsight, I wish we would have had time and energy to go into the museum, but we just didn't really have either, except for maybe Alex.
Alex, get in the car. Get in the car. I'm tired of your games. Proud of yourself?
We drove about another 10 minutes and we came to a place that looked like a small theme park, and we all agreed it looked like an old love hotel. We were at a place called Parches House of Scents. So why was Aromatisse not located here? I don't know, and I'm getting too worked up about it. Cloyster is probably here because divers from Awaji used to dive for pearls. There's also an anecdote of a diver finding a peach-sized pearl in the seabed of the Awaji Islands. And the Akashi Kaikyo Bridge is also nicknamed the Pearl Bridge. So there's a lot to work with here. Gastrodon, well, there's some land snails that can be found on Awaji called Awaji Maimai. Nothing else really shows up on Google. So quick editor's note, as I was writing for the Pokélids shorts that will accompany this video, I decided to double check all of my research, and it finally occurred to me that Gastrodon is, in fact, not a snail. They are sea slugs. I'm making this edit in the final hours of the production of this video, so that's why it's like this. So yeah, there are plenty of sea slugs on Awaji, so that's probably why Gastrodon is here. Not a snail. Sea slug. Back to the video.
If you ring the bell with your Yenny, true love.
And just like that, All of Hyogo's Whirl Island manholes were behind us. It was time to head to Tokushima. Now that we had passed into the Tokushima half of the real world Whirl Islands, we had 3 more Pokélids to find. I genuinely don't know how we were able to make this many stops on day 1. The initial drive kept Casey and I up, and Alex was also unable to sleep. But I think that maybe the lack of sleep had put us into a mood.
Alright, so we are officially in Tokushima.
Where?
Tokushima!
Naruto!
Naruto!
Naruto, read this to me, Naruto.
Sakura!
This went on, no joke, for 3 minutes. 3 of the longest minutes of my life.
What have we learned?
Don't push buttons.
Don't push buttons.
Don't push buttons.
Alright, so now we can kind of talk about this. This is Suicune.
This manhole featured Suicune, and I think my love for Johto was keeping me going. Seeing Johto Pokemon on the Johto Pokélids was making me a lot more excited than a grown man should be. And you might be wondering, why are you doing headstands? I don't have a real answer to that question. For the Lugia manhole, I thought it'd make for a cool picture with the bridge in the background. And then I just decided, on a whim, that I'll attempt a headstand for every legendary Pokemon. Keyword is attempt. Howdy. I just want to jump in here real quick and say that if you like me talking about Pokélids, then maybe consider subscribing. I'm making an entire series about it, so if you like Pokemon and learning about Japan's culture, history, and geography, then let me know by subscribing. I'm hoping to hit 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So thanks, and back to the video. The sun was seemingly beginning its descent, and I wanted to get the last 2 manholes before dark. So, it was a dash.
Ah, cool. This only proved my point that I think this is the Whirl Islands. So. Oh, hey! Yeah, look at that. You are a water type trainer, dude.
So I can't find any information on seahorses in Tokushima or even Japan, besides stuff you can already find on Bulbapedia. But if we look at Kingdra's Pokédex entries, it often mentions creating whirlpools, and you can catch Seadra in the Whirl Islands in the game. So the connection is pretty easy to make. Honestly, I don't know if I prefer manholes that tie into the games or real world more. I'm more interested in talking about the games, but getting to research about all the real world locations is kind of fun. I thought this was it, but then Casey told me we had 1 more to go, and I almost just canceled it. I was so exhausted and delusional at this point, but had we canceled, I would have regretted it. We would have ended up skipping one of my favorite Pokemon. So we drove another 10 minutes.
What if it's all the way up the lighthouse?
Oh, that'd be cool.
I am not going up the lighthouse.
Oh, you can't go.
I think it's gonna be on the other side of this poop-shaped rock.
Your poop looks like that?
Sometimes.
I think it's on the other side of my house.
I think Casey has the map. It's a giant banana.
I think it's a boat.
A boat?
Because we're right next to the water.
So you can eat bananas near the water. Alright. Oh, it's a little bit dark. Whoa!
Whirlpool!
Poliwhirl.
Whirlpool in Naruto!
Dude.
Diglett. I dig this.
Cute.
Oh, this one was good. My favorite Kanto Pokemon is Poliwhirl, so I consider this a great find. This is another one that I'm having trouble finding a real world connection to, mainly because we were in an area called Naruto, and if you look up Naruto frogs or tadpoles, some dorky anime for nerds shows up. Nerds, you're getting in the way of me researching my Pokemon manholes. There are sweet potatoes called Naruto Kintoki, which apparently have a vibrant color. I'm curious to try them someday. I'm kind of assuming Diglett is here because if it were real, it could till the land. Or something. If you've ever harvested sweet potatoes, it does look like a herd of Diglett could have ravaged it. What a dorky thing to say out loud.
It's Whirlpool!
Poliwhirl.
And his best friend, Whirlpool!
Poliwag.
And his dad, Poliwall.
Let's go. I don't even need my
No, what's his name?
Diglett.
No!
Wait, who?
What's this one?
Poliwag. Poliwag.
Oh, they're both wags?
Yeah, they're both wags.
I thought there was a medium.
No. Well, there is.
What's his name?
Poliwhirl.
No, Poliwag.
Poliwhirl? Poliwag,
And what's the third one?
Wag, Diglett,
What's the third one?
Poliwrath,
Wrath.
and also Politoad.
There's a fourth one?
Poor toy. Poor little guy. Hey!
Straight into the lighthouse, never seen again.
Now this way, Casey. This way. Over here. Over here.
Oh, so cool.
This way, right here.
Cash free!
The manholes in the Johto region are amazing. Just the 6 we found on day 1 were some of the best I've seen so far. But for now, our manhole journeys would have to take a break. We arrived in Tokushima and our first hotel as the sun set. If you look up food in Tokushima, the first thing that comes up is ramen. Ramen is the perfect dish after a tiring day, so I was looking forward to it when I made the plans. But once I laid on the hotel bed, I almost instantly fell asleep.
What are we doing, Casey? We're here.
We are here.
I felt like I was the most energetic until we were here. And then we got here. And Alex was like, let's go to an onsen. And I was like, kill yourself.
I was stinky. I needed a bath.
We don't have to go to the onsen.
No. It's a bit. Alex, don't ruin the bit.
Oh.
But being awake for over 30 hours straight wasn't going to stop me from getting my storm badge.
Okay, so noodles are different.
They look normal, actually. Ramen is short.
Let's take a look here.
Yes.
Hey.
No, that.
Good solid.
Good stuff.
Solid. It has the meat.
It doesn't taste like normal like tonkatsu. It has like a meaty taste, but it's kind of creamy in a weird way. I think there's like a sauce. I think it's like the sauce from the meat.
So I got a nice piece of meat right here. Let's give it a try.
The meat's good.
The meat is amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. Never disappoint. Never disappoint.
It's a little hot. Noodles are good. I like it.
So I believe this ramen is a pretty good ramen. It wasn't as good as the Gao ramen we had in Chiba, or nearly as good as the ramen we have in Fukuoka, but it's solid, and much better than the pictures made it look. The noodles seemed to be slightly cut short, which made it easier to slurp, especially for Casey, and the meat had a beef jerky sort of taste to it, which I was blown away by. That's my opinion. However, Casey says it's a very average ramen, and Alex was slightly underwhelmed with it. This was one of the only foods we all had completely different opinions on, and that's fine. But they were wrong. And I was right. We finished our night with a dip in the onsen, some alcohol, and a special phone call.
Who are you calling? I am.
You too. Hello.
Hello.
Casey-san.
Yahoo, yahoo.
I think Kansai people, specifically people from Osaka, I think their boys are very sexy.
Kansai, there is cute girl. Tokyo, there is good looking guy.
And they just cross the street. No green light, just cross, just walk. No caring about cars. Just walk. Open your mouth.
Open your mouth.
You can hold it now.
これもうちょっと飲んで。
Drink, 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 drink.
もうちょっと。 So, this morning I took a little walk and I found something amazing. Two things I love in this world. Our guest house is literally a stone's throw away from a gay bar. And on top of that, an Okinawan gay bar too.
Oh my god.
Okinawan themed gay bar.
Okinawa gay bars go hard.
Dude, that would be amazing. I regret going to sleep last night.
I don't.
Day 2 was gonna be interesting. We tried to schedule everything so we wouldn't be stressed about time like we were on the first trip. But we also added in Pokélids visits, so we always had something to do. We were no longer being carried by adrenaline, and we were just plain exhausted. Not only that, but Casey had kind of a weird aura about him. I couldn't explain why, so I just chalked it up to him being a tired little Texan. Our next destination was Wakayama, the real-world equivalent of Azalea Town. Cianwood and Azalea aren't connected in the games, and neither are Tokushima or Wakayama. So, we got to do one of my favorite things. Ride a boat. It was set to be a couple of hours, which meant I could transfer day 1 footage onto my laptop, and we could get some sleep. Maybe with some rest, we'd all be in a better Pokemon adventure mood.
Let's do it.
We woke up with roughly 10 minutes to spare, which allowed us to capture some footage of the boat and ocean. It was nice. But after getting off the ferry, we were met with a small conundrum. What were we gonna eat? If you do a little bit of Googling, you'll find that one of Wakayama's famous foods is fried whale. I'm pretty much okay with trying anything once, but I don't like the moral implications of eating whale, especially on camera. I brought this issue up to my Japanese friends who didn't quite understand why I was conflicted. They've had fried whale for school lunch, so is it really all that morally corrupt? Yes. Yes, it is. I then consulted with my traveling partners, and one of them was vehemently against it while the other thought it'd be a good idea for the video. To protect them from any sort of internet scrutiny, I won't say who agreed to eating whale, but her name does rhyme with phalanx. While we thought over what to do for our hive badge, we decided to go find the single Pokelid in Wakayama City.
Alright, here we go.
Wow. You look at your Pokemon and then you look up and boom, castle.
Exactly.
So this manhole has Primarina and Luxray, two banger Pokemon. If I had to guess, I'd say that Luxray is here in this position because of the nearby statue of a tiger. The statue itself is a reference to the castle grounds, which apparently looks like a resting tiger from a bird's eye view. As for Primarina, it's one of two things. Most likely, it's because of Wakayama's Marina City. But also, when I looked up Wakayama mermaids, I found this terrifying result. This can be found in Hashimoto City in Wakayama. It's apparently a 1400-year-old corpse of a mermaid, or even worse, a 1400-year-old corpse of a monkey and fish surgically sewn together. Also, there's this rainbow here because Wakayama is well known for its waterfalls and the rainbows they create. Cute. There are many more manholes in Wakayama, but for now, we only wanted to get this one. We've discussed coming back to Kansai and doing specific adventures in each of the individual prefectures, and when we come back to Wakayama again, you can bet we'll be getting all of the manholes and footage of that mermaid. Near this manhole was a food stall that said Wakayama Mabo Dofu, so we tried to see if this was some sort of specialty, but nothing came up. Regardless, it wasn't open yet, so we decided to visit the surrounding grounds of Wakayama Castle. This will definitely be a place we will visit again. The grounds were massive, and the castle just seemed so far away. I wasn't prepared for just how big this was gonna be. That's what she said. No, she didn't. She never said anything like that. Not to me. Azalea Town is kind of one of the more forgettable areas in Gold and Silver, at least for me. Battling a bug-type gym leader can kind of do that. But I do associate Azalea with the forest, and had we decided to go to all of the manholes, we'd be driving through the forest and mountains. So I think Azalea Town does a good job at representing Wakayama Prefecture. Eventually, we wasted enough time and finally figured out what we would eat. We decided to go with something simple and light. I chose to eat mehari sushi, which is kind of seen as an appetizer, so finding it specifically at any given restaurant would be a challenge. Instead, we went to Wakayama Station and bought it from a small bento store.
Here we go. Mehari sushi. Mehari sushi.
Let's give this a go. From my memory, this stuff is always pretty good. It's never something that I'm like, I crave it, because I've only had it a couple times. I can smell McDonald's right now.
I literally don't even know what's in this. Like, I don't even know.
It's good. I think it's good. So we got a chopstick.
Only one?
Look at that. This looks like, and I know I've been saying this a lot recently, it's because I'm in a mood. It looks like something they would eat like in Lord of the Rings. Say no? Alright.
I swear, if it's hot.
You should have that reaction on the hot.
Here we go.
Eat.
It's a leaf.
It's a leaf. Eat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you gotta pull it apart. That leaf stays where it's at. Initial impressions?
It tastes very healthy.
It does. This tastes very light. It tastes healthy. It's satiating as well. Yeah. So it's one of those things that I kind of wish was more of a common thing in Japan, because it's solid. Like, it's a solid.
It's good food.
Yeah. Snap it up. Whoop.
That's not bad.
Yeah. It looks unappetizing. And the way
It looks weird.
All right, my turn. Got that mehari sushi.
Sir?
We got two more. You guys are welcome to have this other two.
Oh, thank you.
Yo, what? Casey usually would politely argue and offer it back to me. Clearly, something was off about him, and I was beginning to feel concerned. I mean, I wasn't too concerned because we were officially halfway done. Working backward from the game, it was time for us to go to Nara and get our Zephyr badge. I had never been to Nara before, so I was equal parts excited and absolutely terrified. So Nara is mostly famous for its massive park where you can feed wild deer. Never having experienced it before, I was looking forward to it, but on the way to our Airbnb, which was right next to the park, there were 5 more manholes. If you came to this video only expecting food, goofs, and gaffs, I'm sorry, bub. We got the ground to look at. We parked in the middle of them and walked to the one furthest south.
So Casey can't help but make friends everywhere we go. We are in the Ikaruga town.
It's then?
Ooh, nope, this is not his sand place, nope. This is Bronzong and Simisear.
Is it a bell?
Yep,
Look. What is that?
Pokemon.
Gonna be honest, kind of a mid Pokelid. Bronzong is probably featured because this area of Nara is famous for its bell tower. This was the first hint that we were going somewhere special. Now for Simisear. I'm trying to keep my personal opinions on the individual Pokemon to myself and instead look for interesting connections to the real world or games. But Simisear is 100% a Pokemon that would have peaked in high school. Simisear is likely here because of Nara's Migawari Zaru, which are red. Migawari Zaru translates to substitution monkey, and wearing one is said to protect you from illness and accidents. It definitely looks like Simisear is suffering from some kind of illness and at least 3 accidents. I don't like Simisear. Never have. It's clearly the weakest link of the 3 Stooges of the Unova region. But Alex, she took a liking to it.
It's one of the most hated Pokemon.
Why?
It's ugly.
And so would begin one of the longest treks of my life. Not because of the walk, no, but because Alex just wouldn't let the ugly Pokemon debate go.
Alright, so we're having a debate right now about the ugliest Pokemon. You looked it up, ugliest Pokemon online, right?
Yeah, I'm just looking at some people's Reddit's comments.
Alright, so you have Gen 1 was Jinx.
I agree.
I think Jinx is just a kind of a cop-out thing because it has the whole
I think
it's supposed to be Harajuku goes. But I think arguably Venusaur is an uglier Pokemon. I love Venusaur.
I think Venusaur's cute.
Bulbasaur is cute.
Venusaur's cute. Venusaur's like a cute little teenager.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not. He looks like a fragile old fat man.
Casey managed to get us a physical map for the manholes, which should have been another hint that we were going somewhere special. All of the manholes were within walking distance, and we were at our second manhole in a matter of minutes. So we got Growlithe and Bellsprout. This was less of a subtle hint of where we were going, and more of them beating me over the head. But I was still clueless. Bellsprout is here because of the Bellsprout Tower in the games. It's not a place you absolutely have to go to in the original Gen 2 games, but it's mandatory in the remakes. I'm surprised I didn't make this immediate connection, but I think I was enjoying the rapid succession of manhole after manhole too much.
Don't take that out of context.
As for Growlithe, I have no clue. But if you look up Nara and dogs, you get this image. It's not as creepy as the mermaid, but it's just as unsettling.
Generation 6 was Koarin. That's
I'm trying to find a picture of that though. I want to see for myself.
It's a bowling ball of a Pokemon. When you put it in 3D, it really is it's hard on the eyes.
Let me see if I can find a 3D picture.
Yeah. There's our manhole boy.
Our next 2 manholes were about a 5-minute walk, and to make things easier for us, they were right next to each other. The first was this one, which features Magby and Chimecho. Chimecho is in reference to the Ofusa Canon Wind Chime Festival, which takes place right down the road from this location. For Magby, I struggled to find some kind of reason. Moon's Pokédex entry states,
"A famous potter lives with a Magby. Apparently its soft flames produce fine works."
And sure enough, there is a Nara craft museum, so maybe there's a connection there. But Magby, and maybe Growlithe, might just be here because of the Omizutori Fire Festival. I should also tell you that a lot of what I'm saying about these Pokemon and how they relate is just speculation. Some of it is good speculation, but Growlithe and Magby have me doubting myself. and right across the street was the other manhole, which had Deerling and Fletchender. Deerling is an obvious choice because of Nada's Deer Park. Fletchender is likely based on the Japanese robin, which just so happens to be the prefectural bird of Nada. Easy connections here. On our way to the next manhole, Alex continued to talk about the ugly Pokemon debate, and I told her about Mimikyu and its backstory, and she cried!
Alex and I have been debating like ugly Pokemon this entire time, not paying attention, and Casey just casually is like, there it is.
And then we found the fifth and final manhole, Entei. It was around this time I realized that the legendary beasts were likely scattered because they're roaming legendaries. I kind of like that concept. It makes sense that Lugia would be at the Whirl Islands and Entei, Suicune, and Raikou would be scattered around different parts of Kansai.
Dude, it's focusing on your ass right now.
Good. I got it myself. You see my balls? Oh god. Exhausting. I can't do it right now. Oh god.
Kind of worked.
Did it look cool? With Entei and a perfect headstand out of the way, the bulk of the manholes for this video were finished. I don't want to take away from the gym badge concept of this video too much, so I'm trying to keep the manhole discussion to a minimum.
So it's Gen 8, right?
Yeah.
They're saying Mr. Rhyme is the ugliest. I don't think Mr. Rhyme is the ugliest.
What'd you come up with?
I think Impidimp is the ugliest.
Impidimp. He's a goblin, dude.
Impidimp looks like there's some implications around him.
The Impidimp.
Implication.
That sounds like a Pokemon episode. The Impidimp implication.
Yeah. A tree just hit me. What? A leaf or something.
This is a good sign.
Which one?
This area was massive, and it wasn't until I started to replay through the Gen 2 games that I finally realized this pagoda that we didn't pay to go see, that's likely Bellsprout Tower. That's why Entei was so close. The Pokélids were literally leading us here. Apparently, this is the oldest wooden building in the world, which sounds lame when I say it out loud, but I am so friggin' lame, dude. I'm kicking myself because Nada is one of the prefectures we don't plan on coming back to visit. We already got all the manholes, so not much reason to come back. For Hoenn and Sinnoh, I'm gonna research every little detail. Planning out the food, hotels, and routes was not enough. We had enough of the manholes, and I think it was time for us to get some food. Casey was still being odd, even though this was the perfect place for him to geek out at. Was he still upset about losing his Magikarp? It's been half a year, dude. Get over it already. So we drove 30 minutes to our Airbnb and discussed what we should eat in Nada. Casey had an idea that I absolutely hated, and Alex ended up finding something on Google that I wasn't sure fit the challenge, but I was totally in the mood for.
It's kind of hard to find a Nada specialty food, and we've kind of debated over and over again what to do. But for now, we looked up like sort of famous food in Nada, and we found this place right here.
Sakura Burger.
It's called Sakura Burger. They make like their own sort of homemade bacon. Hopefully we're gonna eat something pretty good. We're recording this outside in the event that they're playing music inside, and we can't record anything. I think after all the stress of yesterday and then just kind of all the walking of today, I think what we need right now is a good burger and some beer.
That's right. We ended up eating at a burger shop. This was another place that played copyrighted music, so I can't use a lot of the audio, but I'll say that after 2 tiring days of walking, manholes, and driving, it was awesome to have a good burger and a beer. But this was not going to count as our Zephyr badge, as Casey's idea, while a bit stupid, was still doable, kind of.
We're recording.
Yeah. So the original plan was we were gonna get to Nada, and Casey this entire trip has been like, well, before the trip was like, the food we eat in Nada should be the deer crackers, and my initial image was animal crackers. Like I thought that they had like famous animal crackers. I'm not gonna lie.
Nope.
As it turns out, they are
actual deer crackers for deer.
Okay, I was gonna say like, that doesn't
Not
help.
of deer.
So you give these crackers to deer, and
Yes.
what is it called?
Shikasenbei.
Shikasenbei, which means deer crackers. Oh wow, it's all coming. We decided to scratch that idea for a few reasons. Alex is afraid of deer, specifically not a deer, right?
I came here a couple years ago and I bought the crackers and I was feeding them to the deer and I didn't feed them fast enough and one of them bit me through my jeans and left like this big of a bruise that was like dark purple.
So, but we got lucky because when we were finishing at the burger shop, there were these little crackers that were not shiko senbei, deer crackers. They were regular
Ningen senbei.
ningen senbei, which means carrot cracker. Human crackers. We decided to pick these up. Perfect. There are 3 of them, which means 1, 2, 3. That's perfect.
That's perfect.
I feel like we're missing someone. For this first one, Janken Saisho Gu, Janken Poi. Okay, Saisho Gu, Janken Poi. Aiko desho. Aiko desho. Alright. Here you get the first one. And real quick, if you could show that off. Yeah, the best of your Saisho Gu, Janken Poi. That's on you. Now this one doesn't have a deer on it, but it is promote. Oh, I realized that my balls were showing this entire time. This does have the burger on
Sakura Hammer.
it. Yeah, and mine just looks like a kind of regular nut looking thing. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cracker love. All right.
Tastes kind of burnt.
Caramelized sugar taste.
It is different.
It is different.
It is different.
What?
I win, guys. This is all a ploy. I wanted the one on the bottom.
This is different. Is ours the same?
I think so. But
I think so.
I think so.
well, yours might be the best one.
It's a little bit salty.
Mine or yours?
Mine. It has like a punch to it, whereas yours just tastes like a graham cracker type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad. I think this is definitely better
Than the deer crackers?
than what the deer eat.
We had officially earned 5 of our 8 badges, and most of the manholes we planned to find for this video were done. I'd argue that the bulk of the challenge was finished. But I knew something was amiss, because every time I looked at Casey, he'd give me a thumbs up. He gave me like 70 thumbs up, and it was stressing me out. I tried to ignore it, and the 3 of us finished our night with some alcohol. Little did I know, Day 3 would present us with our most heart-wrenching hardship yet.
You did?
Should be. Feel like it. Hey, Casey.
Hello.
How do you feel?
I feel very conflicted.
It's day 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So, in my Pokemon adventure, which sometimes happen in Pokemon Adventure, one party character leaves. And today that's going to be me. So I got some scary news that the significant other might be very sick. So, this was a fun trip. I wish I could have made it towards the end. But, kudos to you, Free and Alex, and all the viewers who stuck through it this far. Good news is, the amount of puns is going to drop by 100% starting today.
God.
So yeah, we were gonna lose Casey. This sucked, dude. I tried to find some sort of Pokemon justification in my head, considering the fact that Brock leaves momentarily in the anime. However, he's replaced by Charisma Vacuum Tracy. We didn't have a replacement, which is probably for the best. But we weren't going to lose Casey just yet. He had been so excited about seeing the deer in Nara, so we decided we'd go first thing in the morning. The night prior, I was relieved because I thought we were going to skip it. But if it was going to put a smile on Casey's face, then I was willing to put aside my fear of wild animals. Alex was not as willing, and for good reason.
Why would you do that? I'm not touching those. You gotta bow to it first. They bow. Oh, you just got bit. You gotta hurry up. It's gonna bite you. Hurry up. It's a boy too.
Alright, now, piss up now.
No, I'm not scared. I don't want to.
Cool.
Cool. All right, take it. All right, cool. They're gone. No more.
Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Yeah, so quite frankly, fuck Casey. Near this area is a famous Buddhist temple with a giant Buddha statue. It was interesting to see how large and I guess uncolorful it was. Something about it appeared menacing. Also, in this temple, there's a pillar with a hole that junior high school students and small elderly women crawl through for good health. I'm neither a junior high schooler nor a small elderly woman, but I figured I'd give it a try.
Push it back. Good. Good. Move. Good. Yeah.
Well, I guess that only means bad backs and heart disease for life.
Tit check.
Tit check. What you think?
Can you change the face?
So, that was just straight up rude. But you know what's not rude? Buying my new shirt, Tough Guy 64. Designed by Unlikely Yusha, who does all of my graphics for my channel and videos, we finally got some FreeXax merch that you can put on your body. If you like it, you can click the link in the description and pick one up. Mine has some classic N64 color to it, but you can also get it in sweet monochrome. And there are also some different options for shirt color as well, so you don't have to limit yourself to just one. Buy 5! Because these trips ain't cheap. If you're interested, visit this link or click the link in the description. And if you've gotten this far into the video, genuinely, thank you for watching my content. It means a lot. Buy my shirt. We did enough stalling, but eventually, it was finally time to say goodbye to Casey.
Thank you for the Kansai trip. I loved it dearly.
Here you go.
Have fun, be safe. See you back in Kyushu. Enjoy.
Bye bye, Casey. Now let's talk 'em.
For many reasons, Casey leaving the group was really difficult for us. When filming something like this, it's best to have a lot of people filming a lot of different things. So we were one man down. Also, Casey was our navigator.
All right, ready for Casey to talk now? I love Casey. Can't do directions for shit. Where the f are we? Slow down, slow, 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 slow. You good? You good? You good? I think you're safe. I think we're good. Slow. Go real slow. Go real slow.
This has been a disaster.
But losing our Brock couldn't stop our journey. We still had 2 days and 3 badges remaining. The drive to Gifu was our longest one, and we could feel Casey's absence. Originally, we planned on eating Gifu's special Keichan chicken. We were driving to Gifu City, which apparently just doesn't have Keichan chicken. Alex did roughly a 3-hour Google search to find it, and nothing. Had we wanted Keichan chicken, we would have had to drive another 2 hours into the mountains, and our time at the deer park had kind of used up any and all extra time. So I parked at a kombini and did a quick search of my own. It seemed like we had one immediate option: Kamo Namban Soba, or in English, duck soba. We found a nearby soba shop that was closing in 30 minutes, so we dashed.
Oh my gosh, look, that's Oda Nobuta, or whatever his name is. He's like a war guy.
I don't know enough about him. Casey, what do you... We left Casey and Nada.
We made it in time, ordered our soba, and we kind of just sat in silence.
That is one of the most interesting things we've gotten so far.
It is.
That is insane.
So it's got the leeks.
Yeah.
And it's got the, I think these are Welsh onions, I think is what it is.
Welsh onions.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure. And this is duck.
Okay.
What do you think I should start with?
I would start with...
A piece of duck?
Yeah, a piece of duck. Because, like, that's kind of what makes or breaks it, you know?
Yeah, so here's some duck. Grab some noodle.
Yeah. You can hamburger it. Yeah, how you feel? I just got a whiff of it. It smells fantastic.
Absolutely delicious. I hate the texture of the duck. It's like a chewy meat, and it's also like...
I've heard it was like slimy.
It's not slimy, but it's like you're eating normal meat, like a normal beef, and then all of a sudden it's like chewy. It's like eating like cartilage. Broth is scalding.
I'm gonna use the noodles to overpower the duck.
Okay.
This is pretty good. I didn't have the cartilage taste, like the cartilage texture.
Okay.
It was getting a little chewy, and I might have panicked, and I just like swallowed it. So maybe that's the way to do it.
Be careful, broth's hot.
No, hot. The broth is good.
It's delicious.
Oh my goodness gracious.
My first impression of this dish was far-fetched. I feel like it's pretty common knowledge, but far-fetched is probably based on the Japanese phrase "kamo ga negi o shotte kuru," meaning a duck comes bearing spring onions. And well, we were eating duck and leek soba. And it was delicious. This was the best soba I've ever had. I don't like soba, so the bar is real low, but if every soba dish tasted similar to this, I'd be having it way more often. As it turns out, Kamo Nanban Soba is not necessarily a specialty of Gifu. It is a specialty of this store, and this store is relatively popular, and there are some articles about Gifu and its soba culture, so I'm gonna count it, because this soba shop is in Gifu. I guess the duck was just extra. Hey, I don't make the rules. I want to eventually come back to Gifu with Casey, so he can earn his gym badge, which means we will eventually drive into the mountains and eat Gifu's K-chan chicken. But for now, this special Gifu store's special item will serve as our rising badge. Seems befitting, as this was the hardest badge to figure out. There are a few manholes in Gifu, but we didn't have the time to go out of our way and get all of them. However, there were 2 on the way to our next Airbnb. So we got back on the road and drove to what looked like a small theme park. It's not uncommon to find random Ferris wheels in Japan. Now that I think about it, about half of the videos I've done could have featured Ferris wheels if I didn't edit them out. We walked around this park for a bit before coming across our first Gifu manhole. Of course, the first thing I think of when I see Whiscash is the infamous cancelled anime episode. It was cancelled because the episode prominently featured earthquakes, and this was right after the 2004 Chuetsu earthquake. So, I associate Whiscash with earthquakes. But thankfully, it's not Whiscash because of some tragic earthquake that happened in Gifu. It's Whiscash because we were at the World Freshwater Aquarium Aquatotal Gifu. Try saying that 3 times fast. World Freshwater Aquarium Aquatotal Gifu. World Freshwater Aquarium Aquatotal Gifu. World Freshwater Aquarium... you know what? No, that's fine. One of the main attractions here is the Mekong Giant Catfish. And here, I thought Mekong was just a song by the Refreshments, and a drink mentioned in the song Mekong by the Refreshments. They study catfish at this aquarium, so Whiscash is a perfect fit. Barboach is here because it has no friends. After this, Alex got some ice cream to put herself in a better mood, and we headed toward our next manhole. We left the city and ended up basically in the middle of nowhere.
Whoa, dog! If you look at the map, it's like we are in between 2 mountains, basically. It's like a town that's like wedged between 2 mountain ranges. This was the only manhole that I thought we were going to be able to get, but we were able to manage the other one. Ugh.
So who are these guys?
This manhole kind of seemed like it was put in a completely random location, but when you look at the Pokemon, it should give you a good idea of why it's here. It features Pawniard and King Gambit, so I think it's obvious.
Pawniard into Bisharp and then into King Gambit.
Oh my god.
Pawniard.
It's chess pieces.
Yeah.
If you guessed chess, just like Alex, you would be very wrong. This Pokelid is located in Sekigahara, and if you say Sekigahara, every Japanese person associates it with a famous battle that happened over 400 years ago. The Battle of Sekigahara was the largest during Japan's feudal history, and because of its importance, almost every Japanese person knows of it. Over 30,000 people perished, and as I look over the footage of me standing above this manhole, I can't help but think, somebody probably bled out right here. I think researching into this manhole sort of inspired me to go back and do better research on all of the others. It's so cool to learn Japanese history because of this dumb little hobby that's robbing me of all my savings. Our next location was a place I was looking the most forward to. However, our next dish was the one I was least excited for. Originally, we were going to do a night barbecue by Lake Biwa. Not for the badge, but just for fun. Lake Biwa is the real-world equivalent to the Lake of Rage, and it's absolutely massive. When we drove from Gifu to our barbecue-less campsite, we had to drive around the lake, and it took over an hour. In the first video, we had stumbled upon Lake Biwa, and in an absolute delusional state, we watched the sunrise.
This bush is in the way, bro.
This time, I hoped we could watch the sunset as a group, but it just didn't work out that way because when we showed up, it was already pitch black, and our request to do the barbecue simply got ignored. We still had to eat a specialty dish from Shiga, and when you're near a lake, it's likely you're going to be eating things that come from the lake. So after getting to our barbecue-less campsite, we quickly got on the train and made our way into the city. Instead of going to a regular restaurant, we ended up at an izakaya. An izakaya, that specialty was seafood. Oh, that's right. We weren't gonna escape shirasu. This time, it was on tofu, which was somehow better than the ice cream. But that wasn't our gym badge.
This is the stuff that's famous.
I'm excited. Does it have bones?
This is the kogyo no tempura, fried fish of the lake.
When I saw kogyo no tempura, or fried fish of the lake, I just knew what our 7th gym badge had to be. We wanted something freaky, similar to shirasu ice cream while on this trip, and consider us freaked.
See the eyes? See the eyes? I'm shaking.
I'll focus on it. Yummy?
That is actually pretty good.
Woo!
But it's got the little bones. That's what I did. You can take a half bite if you want to. Don't think about that you just ate a whole fish, its eyes and everything. Take a second bite.
It was good.
We did it.
It was good. But when you said the eye thing, it scared me.
I still have the fish bones in my teeth.
The hardest part about eating any of this was looking at it. The sashimi was mostly pretty good, and the kogyo no tempura was honestly not that bad. Sometimes you can get their minuscule bones caught in your teeth, and that sucks. But the flavor and texture wasn't nearly as bad as something like shirasu ice cream or pufferfish testicles. We probably would have preferred another cheeseburger or solid steak, but this wasn't as bad as we thought it'd be. We earned our glacier badge, drank a lot of alcohol to forget about it, and returned to our barbecue-less campsite. We had one more day and one more badge left.
All right, Alex. We are day 3 or day 4? This is day 4. How are you feeling?
Yeah!
So we only have one more gym badge left. So then the challenge is like, it'll be over very soon.
And then we got tomorrow too.
Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow I think will be kind of exciting because we've talked about it where we can either take the IC back, which would be like 8 hours, or we can take kind of the long way. And I like the idea of going the long way. What do you think of this place?
Biwako?
Yeah, it's kind of
beautiful.
It's kind of beautiful. It's nice.
It's 100% beautiful.
Before we hit Kyoto today, we're gonna go do 1 or 2 things in Shiga, which is where we're at right now. So, and then we'll hit Kyoto, eat some food, and the challenge will be complete. Da-da-da.
Day 4 was a day with no sense of urgency. When I woke up, I went outside, looked at Lake Biwa, and reflected on the trip. It was hard to imagine just how much we did in only a few days. And I learned so much about Japan in that time. I also got to fulfill a childhood dream of mine by visiting all of these areas. Yeah, it sounds like a dorky thing to say, but going to all of the real-world Pokemon locations brings me a certain level of happiness and peace that I haven't achieved by doing anything else. I felt like a real-world Pokemon trainer, and I only had one more gym badge left until I was a real-world Pokemon master 2 times over. But before that, there was one manhole in Shiga I was eager to get.
So I made the absolute baller call in the last video whenever we saw the Biwako, I guess lake? River? No, it's a lake.
What?
That this is the basis for the Lake of Rage in Pokemon. Whoa! Oh, it's a red and blue. Okay, cool. Yes. Da, da, da.
That's right, this is pretty much a given. But the red Gyarados is here because of Lake Biwa. There are 4 more manholes in Shiga, but I decided we'll get them some other time. And for this video, there will be no more manholes. The red Gyarados is our main event. We didn't have much left to do except get to Johto, the real world Ecruteak city, and earn our final badge. Johto was surprisingly close to Shiga, and it took us less than an hour to get there. Johto is an amazing city, and if there's any Kansai city that's properly represented in the games, it's Kyoto. Kyoto is well known for its traditions. Whereas Tokyo is seen as sort of the modernized high-tech city, Kyoto is known for its old architecture, easygoing people, and green tea. So of course, we ate at a Wendy's. But that's another story for a different time. Nah, we decided to stay as close to tradition as possible. I joked about eating at somewhere like Taco Bell, Denny's, or a Hooters, but when we decided Kyoto would be last, I figured it'd be best to do it properly. Also, there isn't a Taco Bell, Denny's, or Hooters in Kyoto. So we drove to a relatively popular tourist area, found a shop that specialized in green tea and confectionaries, ordered our small meal, and waited.
Sakura mochi, which I assume is kind of like a red bean paste type thing.
I think so.
Smells good. That's solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
Now drink your tea.
What's the rule? It's like 1, 2, 3. Examine the bowl a little bit. And then they said that we can eat this hot though. We can eat the leaf.
Eat it.
I'm gonna pick it up with my hand.
Is there something in it?
I think so.
Mochi.
I'm not even gonna.
Oh. Yummy.
Tastes like a mustard porridge.
I love mochi.
You love mochi.
I love bean paste. I have a cat named Mochi. I love Mochi.
You have a cat named Bean Paste?
I do.
Rest in peace.
No, rice cake. His name is rice cake. Bean paste is different than Mochi.
No, what I'm saying is you have a cat named Bean Paste. Rest in peace. You are the king of killing bits. like you know how like in improv you're supposed to be like yes and you were the king of being like no. And I'm like all right.
I'm confused. Who's Bean paste?
It's your cat that died.
Oh. Yeah. Oh.
It's good. It's good. We got, I think, our first genuine Alex head nod of the video, actually. Last gym badge, first genuine head nod.
I love bean paste. I don't like green tea.
You don't like green tea? I like hot green tea. I like it when it burns you. And this isn't way too hot, so. All right, let's get this. Oh, yeah, the leaf, too. The leaf, that's the. Yeah.
It doesn't have a mustardy taste in my mind. It's pickled. It has like a pickly taste.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, mustard and pickles must be they're pretty much the same thing for me. So
it's like a pickle. Yeah. This is delicious. I love pickles and I love mochi. So
okay.
When I studied at Fukuoka University, I was a part of the tea club because I thought it'd be a good cultural experience. But that was almost 8 years ago now. I completely forgot how to respectfully drink tea. I am no longer cultured. With the final drink of our green tea, it was official. We finished our Johto journey and earned all of our gym badges. And I felt a sense of relief. We had done so much in only 4 days, and I felt it befitting that our last badge, the fog badge, was something you could drink to relax and wind down. Even though I forgot how to drink tea, it still had a soothing effect on me. Our challenge was over. All that was left to do was go back to our expensive hotel, which Alex seemed to enjoy. And the next day, once we were well rested, we decided to take the long way home.
Not really sure where I stand. One-way trip to the river of the dam. I may be flawed, but you're much worse. No one ever said why I can't curse. Do we take it too far? Can someone go and raise the bar?
Sort of. Once it started to rain, we got on the toll roads and drove through 1,000 tunnels until we were home. This journey had the highest of highs and lowest of lows for me. Days 1 and 2 were some of the most fun I've had in a while, but losing Casey halfway through was truly heartbreaking. And not just that, originally this video was set to be a 5-person adventure. Someone couldn't make it because of money issues, and another couldn't get their schedule figured out in time, so it suddenly became a 3-person trip. At the end of the last video, I stated, if you're gonna do something stupid or crazy, do it with the people you love. And the entire reason why we did the first video is because I realized how important the relationships with the people you love are. One of my best friends passed away, and all I want to do now is spend time doing fun, idiotic, and unforgettable things with my best friends. Because you never know. It's one reason why I was okay with Casey leaving, because I could see how concerned he was for his partner. As it turns out, it was only the common cold. So Casey got to skip out on the more expensive hotels, the really expensive toll roads, and the location of the most important battle in feudal Japan's history. But it's okay. He'll probably buy me a beer. Casey and I pinky promised that we would do Hoenn together. And I'm hoping for that video to at least be a 3-person team all the way through. If we're lucky, 4. A Pokemon trainer's journey ain't supposed to be easy. If it was easy, it wouldn't be worth doing. Alex and I got our gym badges, and Casey earned himself a Magikarp bottle opener. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you. There will be more adventures like this to come. Until next time.